So if you don't know what photobiomodulation is, the red light therapy effect that everyone is after to achieve, skin healing benefits or skin improvements is the PBMT. You're not going to get PBMT from, you know, low output, poorly designed, red light therapy devices. A lot of the full spectrum saunas fall into this requirement, or into this situation, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then so you've got, dosage, strength, length of exposure, and then distance. Distance is huge. So in the Sunlightens, like if you're looking at an impulse, it's the same thing. There's an LED array that's behind the grill. They're small LEDs, probably a panel of 50 LEDs or less. I haven't counted the new ones. But basically, they're still behind the grill. And if you're on a particular mode in the sauna that rotates through those, they'll come on for a certain number of minutes and yada, yada. This is very different. Like if you measure the exposure and the output for that versus what you're going to get from a body panel, they're not the same. Just the output's not the same. The absorption's not going to be the same being behind the grill. Like you can block far infrared like that, and it doesn't really affect it too much, but you can't block red light therapy like that. Even the invisible portions of the spectrum, it definitely affects the performance. And similarly, Clear Light Sanctuary has an issue too. I mean, you've got these scorching hot heaters in the front on the back of the glass. And while they do get hot and they add a lot of heat to the sauna, it's kind of negligible how much near infrared you're going to get. I mean, you can go on our Facebook group, the Certified Sauna Community, and you can see me testing it with a spectrometer, and it kind of falls off a cliff, 1,000 nanometers and down, which is where you would really want to see it amp up. And then you've got distance. I mean, yeah, your knees or your calves or your legs or the bottom half of your torso is getting hammered with that heat, in a Clear Light Sanctuary. But is that really giving your body, is that giving your torso and the parts that you would want to absorb that in the right areas? In my opinion, it's not. So neither one of these, really are a great choice for that. I still believe that you'd get more benefits from a far infrared sauna with a separate red light body panel, right? Like outside of the sauna, or if you want, you can mount it in there. But something that actually has its own power supply with its own cooling fans. I mean, there's a reason why those are built like that, because the output is much higher. And then you can do the red light therapy add-on in a Clear Light Sanctuary, which does actually start to give you real PBMT. However, I wouldn't do that unless you're looking at a larger sauna with a large 20 amp power supply, because on the smaller saunas, you have a fixed power supply with a certain amount of wattage allocated to that on that circuit within that build. When you add 2, 3, 100-watt accessories to those saunas, they don't just magically create that power out of thin air. It's coming from somewhere.